Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Friday broadcast. And if you're watching this right now, that means I wasn't able to do a podcast live. So we recorded this because, we wanted to have something for you on Friday. I'm hoping that this never airs and, we're in studio and live because it's a lot more fun. We won't be able to, comment on your comments because,
it's not live.
It's not live.
We're
recorded.
live, but it's not live.
It's live now. It's Wednesday.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Right back at you. What? Why did you stop?
Because it's Friday.
Well, yeah, we just told them that we recorded it, so we certainly didn't record it yesterday, because that was surgery day. So we did
surgery in the big snow. So
yep.
Look.
Yep.
So give me what you think, how much snow and ice we're going to get.
I think we're going to we're getting the ice already because I went up to Kroger's. I went to Kroger and I got my drugs. So I got 2 pain meds and an antibiotic and a baby aspirin. Anyway, so I went up there and it was slammed and, people everywhere. It was 10 people deep just getting prescriptions. Saw Rachel, though. Rachel used to work at Sidelines. That's where she works. Red-haired Rachel.
So how much snow are you
2
predicting?
inches. We're getting the ice because it was, snowing or raining when I came home from Kroger, and that was at, 3 o'clock. So there you go. I'm saying 2 inches. What do you think?
I was going to say 2, but now that you said 2, I'll say 2.5.
Are they saying 3 to 6 still?
I would say 2.5 or 3. So let's see which future self is right.
Okay. Yeah, they're saying
it's kind of fun.
Huh?
Kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
Trying to,
So there you go. I don't know how much they're saying. They were saying 3 to 6. All right, we got to say howdy doody to our Friday sponsor, Castillo Funeral Home.
Happy Valentine's Day. It's sponsored by the funeral home.
That's
Till
right.
death do you part.
One of the most beautiful gifts you could give your loved one is a funeral, prepaid funeral.
Yeah, true.
To Castillo Funeral Home because John is the man. And check out his commercial. Awesome. Johnny, thank you so much for, believing in the podcast and being a part of it. And if you don't have your funeral already paid for, talk to Johnny. Or even if you have it paid for some other place, you can transfer it over to Castillo Funeral Home. He'll do you right. Trust me.
Because when someone dies, it's so stressful and you're emotional. And it's so nice to be able to work with someone that's calm, knows exactly what to do, takes the pressure and the stress off the family so that you can do the healthy mourning. And I was really impressed with his facility.
It's awesome.
Over there in Tremainsville, how spacious it is.
Oh, it's huge.
And if you don't have a funeral service like in a church or something like that, plenty of space there to have it with the wake and the visitation. Plenty of parking. Yeah, I was really impressed.
Party room. They got a party room. Plus, out back too in the summer if it's nice. So thank you, John Castillo. All right, couple of things. First off, let's start with this. Valentine's Day is today. Will you be my Valentine? Okay,
yes,
that was a long
yes.
pause.
No, I
was
I was thinking of something funny to say because you're going to be probably drugged up. You'll probably be a funny Valentine.
Probably.
You might not remember Valentine's.
Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't know. It's not like alcohol when you're on pain meds. Pain meds, you know what's going on. It's just alcohol.
Well, what about the next day, though?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So did you get me a gift?
I am gift, baby. I'll be taking care of you. That's my gift.
There it is. There it is. Anyway, a lot of things are more expensive. Matter of fact,
I could buy anything, but isn't my time and my energy more valuable?
Yes.
Serving you?
Yes.
Waiting on you?
I can't wait for you to help me get off the toilet.
Might draw the line at that.
Oh, you're going to leave me sitting there after I poo?
You can get yourself up.
You don't know that. We haven't never dealt with this before. I don't know. You don't know. I've had people tell me. Okay. Well, we'll find out.
Let's place bets.
All right. Valentine's Day today. Things have gotten a lot more expensive. As a matter of fact, can you believe how expensive roses are? We're actually going to talk about that today. But if you want to get your lady something really special, check this out.
Simple and striking. Pure and eternal. Refined and luxurious. It makes a statement like nothing else. Celebrate your special love and show it to all the world with the gift of eggs. Whatever the occasion, dazzle her with eggs.
She would love it. Get her eggs. So I was just at Kroger. There's hardly any eggs. It's completely bare, except for like the organic ones that nobody wants to pay for because they're more expensive. So
yeah, well, guess who paid for a dozen of those the other day?
You?
Yeah.
That's all right. We're worth it. Anyway, dozen eggs. That's what you get. All right, here, before we talk about Valentine's Day, I wanted to drop this in because this always gets me so fired up every year. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did you go that time I did the broadcast there?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I did a broadcast there
What year
many
was
years
it?
ago. I don't know, 90s. I think fairly early on when it opened up. I don't remember, but anyway, I mean, it's a pretty cool place, but it's really small. Now I haven't been there in a while, so maybe they've expanded it. Whatever. I mean, you go to Cleveland, you got the time. A little pricey, but whatever. You can go there and it's kind of cool. They have a really nice broadcast studio. So we did a show from there back in the day. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has released the nominees for induction for 2025. Okay. So these are the people. Now, when you think of a Hall of Fame, no matter what it is for sports or, I mean, there's Hall of Fames for everything. Cooking, there's Hall of Fames. Well, our son's in the Hall of Fame at Bedford. He's on the wall.
Yeah.
For academic Hall of Fame because of his grade point. So he's a Hall of Famer, which is really kind of cool.
Over a 4.0 GPA. Yep.
So when you think of Hall of Fame, at least for me, I always think Hall of Fame is you're the best of whatever it is that you do. Okay. You change your industry or whatever the Hall of Fame is for. You change it in a way that people that are good or even great don't do. To me, that's what a Hall of Fame is.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to be the cream of the crop.
You earn your way into there.
Right. But you have to be better than everybody else. Okay. So here's who's this year's nominees. Ready? Billy Idol.
How old is he?
I don't know.
Wouldn't he be in before now?
Don't know. But he's nominated. So I think you could probably make a pretty good argument, that he had a pretty good run, but for how many years? I don't know. Fish. The band Fish. They're nominated. Cyndi Lauper.
Going on.
Mariah Carey.
Okay, now I can see Mariah.
Chubby Checker. Okay, how come Chubby Checker's not in there by now?
Yes, exactly.
You would think he would be. Nope. Outcast.
Hey, yeah.
Okay. The White Stripes. Bad Company. All right. You could probably make a pretty good case for Bad Company. How about this? Oasis.
Who?
Oasis.
I barely saw.
Aren't they the ones that did Wonderwall? Wasn't that Oasis?
Wasn't that TLC?
No.
I don't know.
That was Waterfall. Anyway, look it up.
I am.
The Black Crowes. They're nominated. Joe Cocker. How is Joe Cocker not in there before now? Don't know. Joy Division / New Order, Soundgarden, and then Outcast and Mana, M-A-N-A. So Outcast with M-A-N-A. I don't know what that is. So Outcast is twice. Fan voting is now open and runs through April 21st on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame website. So if you're scratching your head and you're just like, okay, here's what
this isn't fake news.
No, this is no, it's legit. So here's the thing. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a joke. Let me just, okay, it's a joke. They need to change it to Music Hall of Fame or Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with different genres. Like Mariah Carey is not rock and roll. That's why I love Dolly Parton. Last year when Dolly got in, she said, oh, thanks for the nomination, but I'm not rock and roll. So if I win, I won't accept it. Okay. That's what she said.
Okay.
Well, then they got a hold of her and they said, hey, Dolly, you got to keep up the lie. Okay. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame needs to have a wide net to get people to pay the outrageous $30 or whatever it costs to go to the Rock and Roll to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We need to put just about everybody in if you're in long enough. And then she's like, okay, so what did she do? She put out her rock album. Remember that? It was really good. She teamed up with some rock and roll people and she did some rock songs because she knows it's a lie. And come on, really?
Maybe
Cyndi Lauper, Mariah Carey.
Maybe they should have asked Beyonce.
She'll be in. Oh, I guarantee you she's
I'm at with her country album.
Well, that's a whole different argument that you're obviously not over yet. But anyway, and Joe Cocker's not in there, should have been there all along.
Billy Idol, Chubby Checker, and Joe Cocker. They're all like
you think they'd be in there
70s,
already?
Aren't they?
I don't know. I don't think
what
Billy's
makes
that
who I don't know.
Marketing people pick because they're like, okay, how do we get people to come to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Well, we need to have a whole, because people won't go.
I could maybe sing one song of Mariah's and Cyndi Lauper. Maybe Joe Cocker. Love Lift Us Up, and that was a duet with somebody. But
Jennifer Warnes.
The other,
I think.
Well, an Outcast, I know they're one. Hey, yeah, but that's about it.
Anyway, it's a joke, and that's why I boycott them. And I'm sure it's going to close their doors.
I'm sure it is. Oh.
All right, back to the Valentine's Day chat. Best Valentine's gift you ever got in your whole life? Go.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know because it's so close to my birthday. I might get confused.
Okay.
Maybe a ring. Did you get me this ring?
I got you a mother's ring one year.
For Valentine's Day?
I don't remember.
I don't remember
I got
either.
you both those rings.
You got me them all, actually.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay. I know I got your birthstone. That was when we were dating. I got your mother's ring with the kids. And then what's that third one on that hand?
This one? I think you got me this one. This is the Jane Seymour Endless Infinity Heart. And you got me the necklace.
That was Valentine's Day.
Those were my favorite.
Wait a minute. You're forgetting the greatest Valentine's gift of all time.
Joshua.
Josh, the boy, born on the 15th.
Yeah, he couldn't come a week earlier when I was a year younger. He had to let me turn a year older and then decide to come.
Well, you would have went pregnant or had Olivia and then, you mean not have him so fast?
I can't remember what his due date was. I think it was before my birthday.
No, it was Valentine's Day.
Are you sure?
Yes, and I talked to the doctor and I said,
"Oh, you were holding it up.
If we could, if it's all possible, I don't want the boy to have his birthday on the 14th." And he thanked me for that. He thanks me now. He goes, "Dad, I'm so glad it's the day after." Because then he's got to share the 14th.
Because you were projecting onto him what you've had to deal with Mother's Day your entire life. That's what I'm hearing. Your birthday and Mother's Day.
I have no problem with Mother's Day being in May.
Oh my gosh! Woo!
That's okay. That's
And
why.
he's not even on drugs yet, people.
Listen, I told Josh, I said, son, here's why that I pushed the doctor. Because my birthday, more than once, out of a bunch of times, has been on Mother's Day. And it's not fun. It was never, even my mom didn't like it when she would like, oh, I've been a mother a long time, and so she would always try to make my birthday special. But it was still, it'd be like having a birthday on Christmas. It's like,
and every year where it's fallen on Mother's Day, I make sure that I make your birthday special, and I don't care about Mother's Day. I mean, in my family, every day is Mother's Day.
So she says she doesn't care. Anyway, so the greatest gift ever for Valentine's Day was the boy. You were in the hospital on Mother's Day or on Valentine's Day, and then Josh came the next morning.
7:50 a.m., baby.
Something like that. Anyway, so there you go.
Yeah.
So, the go-to for a lot of people is to, romantic. If it's not going to be jewelry, it's going to be flowers, and it's going to be roses. Let me just run down what's happened to roses. Do you think eggs are expensive? Check this out. Obviously, most of you probably already got your gifts done by the time you're watching our podcast. So, you already know. Finance Buzz crunched the numbers. They collected prices for a standard dozen long stem roses. So what they did was they called, obviously they must have went on the internet.
Yeah.
They went to 3 different floral shops in every state. So that's 150. So that's a pretty good sample. The national average for a dozen long stem roses, how much do you think it is? Do you already know?
$75.
75? That's too low.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does it come with baby's breath and fern and a vase and all of that?
Or I imagine. I don't know. It just says national average for a dozen long stem red roses. It doesn't say anything about them having dialed up. When I was getting you flowers and stuff when we dated and early on till we had cats, and then that wrecks that because cats eat them and then they puke. So I think the most I ever spent was like $50 on a dozen roses. And that was dialed up in a vase and all that stuff. I think I had them delivered at the zoo one time when you worked there.
Because there's a difference between when they're delivered. Delivery is super expensive.
Right.
Base with the roses, the fern, the baby's breath and all of that, that's like way more than just going to say calling 1-800-Flowers or something and having them shipped in a box. I just ship my flowers. Or going to one of the area grocery stores and buying them from their flower market at $20 or something like that. But
yeah,
that's a small little bouquet and doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but
yeah, it's the thought that counts. All right, how about $90.50?
Does that include delivery?
Just doesn't say that. It just says the national average of a dozen long stem red roses, $90.50. Now, those in Hawaii, they're paying $143.22 on average for their roses in Hawaii. That's the most expensive in the country. That's 58% more than the national average. Texas is second at $110, followed by Washington at $106.65. The most affordable state for roses, I don't believe this, California. It says a dozen roses in California, $68.33. Indiana's the second lowest price was $74.33, followed by Alaska, $75.98.
I would think New York and California would be the most expensive because the cost of living is so expensive there.
That's how it usually is. So anyway, that's how expensive those have gotten over the years, and it's probably why a lot of people will go to like a Kroger, because I was at Kroger today, and they have so many balloons and so many different floral arrangements, and it's a third of the price than when you go to a wherever. So, by the way, if you're just watching this, we're not able to comment on the comments because this is recorded, because I wasn't able to be a man and handle the knee surgery. And so that's why we're not saying anything about the comments, because, this is recorded. So, but hey, Better than nothing, right? And then we moved our set in a little bit, so we're a little closer. Do you like seeing us closer, people? That was Sharon's idea. Let's move it in a little closer.
Yeah.
Well, I could do another camera, and then like when you're talking, I could hit it, and it would be right on you close up.
No.
Okay.
Don't need people seeing me that close up. Trust me.
All right. I don't know. I don't mind. Anywho. All right.
Oh, you'll be seeing close up tomorrow when I'm lifting you up and helping
I don't
you
think
out.
you're going to have to lift. I think it's going to be more of a balance thing. I mean, I think it's just going to be, I need to be able to steady myself and get myself up on my left leg. I mean, I was talking to Joel Cook from Fastlane, and he just had it done 2 weeks ago. And I said, so what do they do after surgery? He says, well, once you wake up, he says, you have to go up 2 steps. Up 2, down 2. If you can do that, they let you go home. That's it. I'm like, that's it? He says, that's it.
You say, oh, if you need something.
Maybe. Our little walkie-talkie we have on our watch is probably going to get used quite a bit over the next few days. Honey, I'm on the toilet. I need you to help me to get up off the toilet, please. I mean, I've already scoped it out, and the way our toilet is, I should be good.
Thank God.
See, that's why I want to die quick. I don't want a slow death because I'm not sure the kind of care I'm going to get at my home.
Oh, please.
Now,
you will get the best care, and you know it.
If Olivia were to move home, I'd be pretty confident. But this one over here?
Really?
Yeah.
Olivia would say, I'm going out with my friends. Can Mom do it?
Yeah, probably. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to play the advice video? And then we'll talk about green flag behaviors for relationships. Go.
Hold on a minute. We'll play this one first. But
right.
So, I think people really tended to write off older people. It's like the young people think we were born at this age,
Right.
And I just saw this cute video. It's from an assisted living community somewhere. And so all the residents are holding up signs of their Valentine advice, which I thought was really
all right. Here you go, peeps. Then we're going to talk about it.
Oh, used to say I would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you.
Eat before you argue. That's funny.
What is that?
I didn't catch the second one. What was the? Hold on. Let me back it up.
Make sure he's
Has a loaded wallet.
Look at her laughing.
That's funny. And
She's laughing.
And then this one here. Where?
I was lost within the darkness, but
What are we talking about there? What do you mean? Try
Just
something.
try something new. Try a new restaurant.
I thought. Okay, I was thinking something else. Okay, that is pretty adorable.
I thought that was cute.
Listen is a really good one. I mean, that's really good advice, no matter what your age is. But I think that's kind of.
What
adorable.
about the eat before you argue?
Well, that's a good.
Because you're not hangry.
The other day I was snippy, and you said something. She goes, "What's going on with you?" Which every guy loves to hear that from their wife. What's going on with you? So I told her, "I'm hungry. Let me eat something. I'll be fine." So I ate.
I'm pretty sure you said to me, "You have my permission to ask if I'm being an A word to bring it up." So you were kind of that way with me.
What's going on with you is different than, are you okay?
I just said, is there something else going on? Was my question.
Anyway,
it doesn't matter how I phrase it.
No, that's not true. No, phrasing is everything. And just like how I say it, just when I say stuff, I try to be very, I choose my words very careful whenever I'm going to ask you something. The times I get in trouble is when my ADD kicks in and I just blur, and then it's like, oh, too late. Now we're going to be scrapping. Anyway, let's change gears here and talk about green flag behaviors. Everybody talks about the red flag behavior, okay? You know, when you're talking to your friends about relationships and it's like, ooh, that sounds like a red flag, you know? But nobody talks about the green flag. Well, up on Reddit, there's a thread up there. What's a green flag in a person that makes you instantly like them? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can just be somebody that's just really, really likable. So what is one of the things that you notice about somebody or you're like, okay, I like that person? What is it?
Well, there's two that come to mind right away. Honesty. Gentle spirit.
Yeah, but you first meet somebody, you don't know if they're lying to you or not.
Well, I know, but that's super important to me. But I would say someone who's gentle spirit.
Why are you laughing? Because I don't have a gentle spirit? Wow.
No.
Then why are you laughing?
Because
He's laughing.
no, it's not that you don't have a gentle spirit. Gentle is not maybe a word I would use to describe.
Wow. You know, I think we might start adding glasses of wine to the podcast where we can have cocktails, maybe a cigar. That'd be kind of fun. Anyway, can I smoke in the basement? That'd be fun.
I might need
Do
to
you want to
smoke right
really
now.
explain that? I mean,
like you're not just a gentle person. You're a 6'3" guy, and you are just walk loud or in the kitchen rummaging around or, you live as a 6'3" man.
okay. So
You
what
have
about
a radio voice and that can carry.
Professional voice.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I
so
don't
let me-
mean it as a cut. It just kind of struck me funny when I said that.
You laugh for a good minute and a half. Okay, how am I supposed to take that?
With a gentle spirit.
You're ridiculous. Anyway, now I hope this show airs so people can see how ridiculous you are laughing at me. Let me ask you this though. When there's a crisis or you're hurting, do you see a gentle spirit come out in me?
Yes, I do.
No laughter there. Well, no, because I don't know. I guess my day-to-day, I don't have a gentle spirit. But when I need it,
I'm
I go
not.
there.
I said, yes, you have a gentle spirit. I said the word gentle is what made me giggle because you're a
not gentle.
6'3" dude
I know.
with a big booming voice and you got a
Yep.
big personality. When you walk in the room, it's large and in charge. That's what made me giggle because.
All right. I don't take it personal. I don't. Okay, here's some.
Do you understand though?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, absolutely.
So you're not offended.
No.
Okay.
It's a little weird though. You left it. So
It just struck
hard.
me funny.
All right, here's some of the responses up there. Green flag makes you want to like people. When they come back to your story when you've been interrupted in a conversation.
That's good.
Yeah, that is good. Good listening and gentleness to vulnerable people like old people, homeless people, and kids. Yeah, that's good. Kindness towards animals. Ability to carry on an intelligent conversation, kindness towards others, and not being judgmental.
I was
That's
doing
almost-
really good there until
Yeah. The last part. Well, you can't help it. I mean,
Well,
you
okay.
grew up in a family of judgmental.
Zip.
As did I.
Zip.
Okay. Apparently, we're not talking
So-
about Sharon's family because they might be watching.
Josh,
Yes, ma'am.
boundaries.
Okay.
So what was the
By the way,
question?
pull the
what,
mic over closer.
what
You're
was
too
the
far. There you
what
go.
was the question that you asked me? What was the first thing that I'm looking for in somebody?
Yeah, and you said
Okay.
a gentle spirit and laugh for 3 minutes.
Stop it. So how would you answer that question? A good sense of humor.
Good sense of humor. Yes. No, good sense of humor. No,
Is it 50 minutes yet?
No, it's not even close. Anyway, I can't get comfortable. My knee hasn't even been operated on yet. There are just certain people that you talk to, and I was thinking about who was it I just met. It's like Mike Bernard. When we had Michael Bernard on, I had more friends of mine text me and say, that dude is awesome. He's just so likable. He's got just a gentle spirit about him. He's got a great relationship with God. I mean, so he's got the peace
Humility.
of Christ. He's very humble, and he's just a good dude. To me, that is a huge green flag of somebody that's somebody I want in my circle. A good sense of humor is huge too. I mean, humor is huge. Okay, kindness, able. Okay. Here's one. This is interesting. They wait for you when you stop to tie your shoelaces. They don't just keep walking. Okay, who does that? You just keep going. Hey, I'll be up here after you get your shoe tied. That's just weird. Hey, there's Shem.
Yeah, people do.
They remember small details from a conversation that show that the person actually cares and is listening to you, not only waiting for his turn to talk. I like how they put his turn to talk.
Well, but listen, and that was one of the pieces of advice that woman gave, and that is huge. A good listener.
Yeah,
they're hard to find.
Yeah, it's for me. My mind wanders so much. I have a hard time with that. But man, when I lock on, which I don't always do, but when I do,
well, and
I'm pretty good at it.
the phone or the watch is a huge distraction on top of it.
Right.
Well,
I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb. Oh, well. When they're struggling, having a bad day, and they first ask, when you tell them that you're struggling, having a bad day, and the first thing they say is, what do you need? How can I help you? Without acting like they already know what you need. That's really good. Because guys are fixers, and it's like somebody's telling you a problem. All right, here's what you need to do.
I think I'm that way with you. I think I listen more with girlfriends or sisters, but I'm a problem solver, I think. So I might.
What about if they don't want you to solve the problem?
No,
they just want you to listen to them vent.
Yeah, I mean, you'll let me know that. You've actually said those words.
I have.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want you to listen. Let me vent and rip people, and then we can deal with it later. When they don't take themselves too seriously and can laugh at themselves.
Hey, who said that? One of our last podcasts.
You.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got on that. So what else you want to talk about? We still got some time left.
Well, so when you were telling me how you were going to talk about the cost of roses and all of that.
Yeah.
So I went through, did some research on my own to find out like other things that people could get someone for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So here's some ideas.
Lubrication.
Dance lessons. With your partner, which you and I think I actually got dance lessons for us one Christmas, and then I didn't pay for them.
I think we moved.
Well, but we always talked about doing that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
A spa day, whether you get it for your significant other or you have a couple spa day. There is an actual, and I can't remember what website I saw this on. It's a stone heart-shaped planter with succulent plants in it. So instead of the roses and flowers and all that, succulents are very hardy. They don't need a whole lot of attention. And it's like a stone heart-shaped planter, which I thought was really cute.
Okay.
A charcuterie tray. Like instead of, how people ship chocolate covered berries and all of that kind of stuff. It's a charcuterie tray that comes in a box and everything is compartmentalized, and then you put it together for like a date night, which I thought was do a personalized photo album for your significant other. plan out and host a cozy date night at home for your significant other with dinner, drinks, movie. Uncommon Goods, which is an online store, has cocoa butter truffle bathtub soaks. And it's a box of these bath soaps that look like truffles, like beautiful. Like I would
But it's soap.
I would want to eat one.
Right.
Yeah. But or they have little heart-shaped tea bags, which I thought was cute. A beef jerky gift basket.
You're my Valentine. Here's some jerky.
Yeah, but you love
I do.
jerky.
I
You
do.
would love
From
that.
St. Mary's Meats. Shout out AJ.
Or like a little whiskey gift set or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then it's not Lego, but it's this other company that if you and I were to send a couple picture into them, they would create 2 miniature logos that match us with our picture on a little Easter.
That's cute.
I know. It is really
That is cute.
So anyway,
Pretty romantic. Very nice.
they're kind of
Why-
on the scale of
Why are flower shops allowed to jack up roses this time of year?
is it the time of year that they have to ship them and plus they can
No,
can capitalize
I
on
think
it.
it's price gouging. I do. The price for roses now and price for roses in say September.
Yeah.
Drastically different.
Here's another I forgot about this one. It's a hand casting kit. So you and your partner hold hands and it's a bucket of plaster and you put your hands in there, let it set a little bit, and then it actually forms the shape of your hands into like a pedestal of your holding hands.
That's kind of cool.
It's really cool. And the other one, there's that Lego guy.
Oh, that's cool.
See, isn't that cute?
That is cute. Of
So
course, people can't see that, but anyway, I guess you could if you turned it towards
well,
the
no, I
screen.
could, yeah.
There you go. There's the Lego guy.
Yeah.
We're very high tech.
I know, very high tech. Well,
Very high-tech.
and then locally, you could always go to Schmucker's or to Bakery Unlimited, and they've got delicious,
Oh, Bakery Unlimited. Oh,
Schmucker pies. I mean,
yeah.
they have all of those nice Valentine
Yep.
colors and flavors, cookies,
There you go.
bakeries, whatever. So,
So, if you're watching this and you haven't gotten anything, now you have some ideas.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Do we have another video?
we do.
All right.
We want to just play that and be done?
Yeah, we can. Unless you got other stuff.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, we talked about the one topic, but
It's just the difference between the way men look at things and the way women look at things.
So do you
it's
wanna
up
talk
to you.
about it?
It's up to you. We got time. Go. And then we'll play the video and be done. Then I'll go take a pain pill.
So, are you supposed to take them ahead of time?
No, but I can. I've got them.
Do you have extra?
I do. No, I gotta hold on to them.
So
anyway,
we have this friend. He is going through a transitional period in his life,
Mhm.
right? And it's coming to some conclusions. And I made the comment when we were discussing the situation about, well, he might need to process and maybe grieve, come to terms with, maybe something he thought he was going to be able to do, whatever. And you looked at me like a deer in headlights because you were like, no, you just make the decision, move on. Right?
that's the way I roll, and I think that's the way most guys roll. If you're in a career and you really don't like it, and then you finally get to do something that really excites you, and there's not necessarily more money involved because there's not, you don't look back on what you've been doing, even though you've done some pretty cool stuff. You don't sit there and, like you said, grieve and process. I said, guys don't grieve and process. Guys move on. They just like, okay.
Can you speak for every guy though? Aren't you kind of
Yes.
generalizing every guy?
I think if there is any kind of grieving process, now, if it's a divorce or something like that, we're talking about a career. If it's a divorce or something like that, a relationship, then yes, there will be a grieving process
Okay, hold on.
from
here.
a man.
From a
Usually
man?
involves hanging out with other men, having cocktails, looking for a new lady. But
you're not really dealing with it. You're just escaping.
No,
the
you're just
situation.
moving on. You're just moving on. That's okay.
How can you just like all of a sudden you just cut your feelings off of that person? Okay, now we're getting off track.
No, that's a relationship thing. We're talking about career.
Okay,
path.
well, here's why I bring up the grieving part, because when we moved to Atlanta against my
Here we go.
will, no, this is a true story, and I was meeting with Sandy, the best mentor ever. She told me that I needed to grieve my old life back in Toledo
A woman telling a woman
to
grief.
accept or live fully in Atlanta. She was giving me permission to, like, I thought that was
It's great advice.
stunning advice, because
For a woman, great advice. I just don't think men do that. I just don't. I know I don't. Just like, okay, God, you want me to go this direction? Let's go. I don't want to look back. I mean, relationships, yes. But when it's a career, it's like, I mean, I could sit there and go, why did we ever go to Atlanta? Why did we just stay in Toledo?
You have said that more than once.
Here's what I said. It would be nice to have a crystal ball to see what would have happened different. But I don't grieve or I don't, feel bad that, we left and then we ended up right back where we started. I don't know. The adventure that God took us on was amazing.
Right. The
And I'd
friends
do it
that
again.
we've made, and the lifestyles that we got to see, and just
Right.
living other places. And
But there was no grieving. The only thing I said was, man, it would be nice to be able to look into the future. If we never would have left Toledo, if we would have stayed right here, what would that have looked like? Where would we have lived? Where would my career gone? Whatever. Where, would you have started your home staging business? Who knows? But I just don't think guys grieve like women do. I just think it's just the difference between men and women. You guys are a lot more emotional, and we're more, physical,
compartmentalized.
less gentle in our spirit. Only when we need to be.
Do men kind of compartmentalize their feelings and here, you know what I mean? And women are just kind of like gray mixed. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not doing a very good visual, but I know what I'm trying to say.
Saying. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think men do compartmentalize their feelings. And you get a couple of cocktails and dudes, and they'll open up. I mean, they'll talk about their pain, and that's important. I mean, it's, I've had many a conversation on a golf course, playing golf with dudes that, having a really rough time in their lives, and you just kind of listen and help work it out. But I don't know. It's just the way God made us. Women are just a lot more emotional, and men aren't. The way it is. It could be the testosterone too, part of it too. So, all right, there you go. Now, video time. Would you like to see this video?
Yep. So this
Would
is
you like
just
to explain it?
It's just an adorable Valentine video that's not R-rated for this podcast, because there's so many out there that are just the younger versions that are
Right.
Yeah.
All
So
right, here we go. Let's enjoy it.
Will you be my Valentine?
What you think? What you think?
You ain't got no choice.
I've been your Valentine for 64 years. Oh, you got me a card? I love you, Popper.
I love you, Granny. I can't do without you.
You the best Valentine I ever had.
You make my world.
Go around.
why it kept sticking?
Yeah, it could be our internet. I don't know. We could try it again. Hold on. See if it doesn't. Nah, it's not doing any better. Oh, because it's at the end. Let's try this.
Will you be my Valentine?
What you think? What you think?
You ain't got no choice.
I've been your Valentine for 64 years. Oh, you got me a card?
It's a little kiss.
Yes, they kissed.
That's
Anyway,
cute.
I thought he was going in for a little grab, but he had a card. So yeah, that's adorable. So wherever you're watching or listening or whatever, we hope you have a great Valentine's Day
And a good weekend.
and a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Should be interesting to see how all this plays out with the knee surgery. And maybe this never airs because it all depends on after the surgery tomorrow and how I feel. Although I think I'm going to edit the portion about my gentle spirit and play that at some point during the podcast because
All your followers, all your people are going to be hating on me. I can't wait to be watching this and seeing them come on going, oh my gosh, she's so mean. She's so mean.
no,
Kill Sharon, get her off.
No, that ain't it. People are going to be loving it. All right. Thank you, John Castillo, for sponsoring our Friday podcast. You are an awesome human being. Again, if you already paid for your funeral, talk to John, give him a call. The number's on the screen. Go see him. He's an awesome human being.
Really?
He's a guy that's likable the first time you meet him. He's delicious. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Share if you care the video.
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.